I'm looking
That make
like,
us stop.
did you mean to do
No, but it is what it is now, ain't
that?
it? It is what it is.
Hey,
Girl, and
y'all.
hey, I had the clip-ins in. I was like, not today, sir. It's hot today.
That's too fun tea. Cause I'm
So
looking
I
like
took,
you should mean to
I
do
took the phone.
that.
Mm-mm. I was gonna tell you
Oh,
about my
okay.
clip-ins, girl, but never mind that. I'll tell you later. They were laughing at me when we got on here, but
Hey everybody, happy Sunday.
hey,
Y'all come on in and hit the like button.
hey, y'all come on in. Oh, it's a lot of y'all on here today. Y'all come on through.
Hey Queen Vanita. She says, hey to Chicks and Chat
Hey,
family. Hope y'all had a great day. I liked and shared. Thank you. Hey Queen
hey, hey.
Leonica. She says, hey Tan and Kerr. Happy Sunday. Liked and shared. Thank you. Hey Queen Shaquita. She says, hello to everyone. Hustling Helen says, hey, good evening to Chicks fam. Liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. Queen T.
Hey,
Rice says,
hey.
happy Sunday evening to Chicks family. Hey, Kim. Kim says, hi, Tan, Carl, and Chet. Hey,
Hey,
Gwendolyn. She
hey.
says, good evening, everybody. Hey, Queen Lisa. She says, hello, I am a beginner and would love the list so I can begin to change my life for the better. Thank you. Okay, Queen. Welcome.
Hey.
And I just put the list in the chat.
Get logged in. I ain't did nothing.
Hey, Leah Love and Loud. She says, good Sunday evening, ladies and gents.
Hey,
Leonica
hey.
says, hello and welcome. You are in the right place. Make sure to take some notes and they list the job towards the end of the live. Leah Love and Loud says, like and share the live
Hey.
stream. Thank you, Queen. Leonica says these two ladies are truly a blessing. They have helped us all and still helping. They make sure to go above and beyond for all of us with jobs and side hustles. If you like to do surveys or play games, thank you, Leonica. Appreciate that, Queen.
Hey.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, P. Cross. She says good evening to
Hey,
everyone.
hey.
Thank you, Leah Love and Laugh, for liking and sharing. Thank you so much. Hey,
Hello.
Patricia. She says good evening. Hey, Elia. She says hi. Hey, Terry. Terry says hello to everyone. Hey, Money Making Media. She says good evening. Welcome back, Queen. She says I missed you all.
No,
Hey,
welcome back.
Tamara says, hi, ladies. Hustling Helen says, welcome, Lisa. Hey, Jariah. She says, hello, wonderful ladies. Happy Sunday, everybody. Knitting Crochet says,
Oh,
hey to everyone. Detroit says, hey, and happy Sunday. Money Making Media says, happy Sunday. Tawanda, she says, hi, happy Sunday from Louisiana. Welcome, Queen.
oh, happy Sunday.
Hey, Arlene. She says, hey, ladies, you look beautiful as always.
Hey.
Thank
Oh, thank you.
you. Hey, Wee. She says, greetings, family. Tan, you look different. Let's see
Hey,
that beautiful hair.
I ain't look. It was funny yesterday. Girl, I gotta tell you the story. We was gonna put on the ship. Why I ain't put all of the clip ins in? I just braided my hair. Girl, why the lady gonna say you have to take off your hat? I said, no. Girl, I just raised it up a little bit. While Larry was laughing at me, I was like, y'all trying to play and the kids. Why? Take off.
I know they will. Money Making Media. Thank you, Queen. She just liked and shared. That's too funny.
Thank you.
Hey, Teresa. She says, hey, two chicks and family.
It was 3 o'clock in the morning. I was not putting in all them clip ins. I was like, no, man, parent, you're like, okay. I was like,
Alrighty. Thank you, Terry. She says liked and shared. Thank you. Tawanda said looking for a non-phone job, data entry, or a job where I can set my own hours. So, Queen, did you see the video that I put up today? Non-phone. Go back and take a look at the ones from last week. I want to say I did all non-phone videos last week. Hey Marie, she says, "Good evening, ladies from New York. Her, your hair is popping." Ah, thank you, Queen. I appreciate that.
Yes.
And I ain't got nothing but a blowout. She just washed it and blow dried it. That was it.
Look like you
Nothing
got some more
special.
color in it.
I think from the way
Mm.
it's light hitting it, it's probably making it look like
Mm.
it's lighter.
No, I was
Mm-mm.
gonna ask you that. It looked like
I
at the
need
bottom.
some. Kim says, "Good evening, ladies. I know you have posted no phone, no experience full time, but by chance, is there a link to a running list?" No, Kim, we got a lot of them. We got a lot of links for the non phone. We have to go find them. Hey,
Was she
autism
looking for
mommy.
someone?
Non phone, yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Because all last week I did non phone videos. If you missed any of the videos, I would say check the videos from last week. And then I did a non phone one today. Non phone, no interview, work when you want. I know it says overnight, but you can work when you want. Autism Mommy, what's going on, Queen? She says, "Happy Sunday. Show some love by liking and sharing this video." Thank you, Autism Mommy.
Thank you.
And Leonica is speaking. Money making
What type
media.
of
She said the
experience
Benjamin
does
app owes me. Shaking my head. I've been hustling and tried to cash out, but they still haven't sent me anything. Somebody else was having issues with them. I
yeah,
want to
about a
say
month ago.
my Wilkerson, but she did get her payout. I don't know what's
Yeah,
going
but
on
it
with
took a
them.
minute.
Money making media. Maybe reach out, email them. But she did get her money from them. I think somebody said they
But
were switching hands. They were
but
changing
it I want to say it took like a month or two for her to get her money. Maybe 3, but I think she came on a couple of weeks ago and said she finally got
she
her
got her
money.
money. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Terry, you got your pen and paper ready, Queen. Hey, Queen Stephanie. She says hello to everyone. Hey, so right. She
Hey,
says hello to chicks and family,
hey,
liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. Hey, Sarah. She says hello, Queens.
hey,
Welcome. Hey, Lene. She says, hey, 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 Carl. Happy Sunday, liked and shared. She said, hey, Tan. Thank you, Queen.
hey, hey,
Hey,
hey,
Lady Empress. She says, happy Sunday, ladies, and everyone in the chat. Hope all is well. Hey, Amy. Amy says, hi.
hey, hey.
Hey, Angela. She says, hello from South Carolina. All right, now we got
All
a lot of
right.
queens that live in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Money Making Media says, your hair looks nice, Miss Tan.
Oh, thank you. I'm just
And
not gonna
Tamara said,
listen.
oh, Lord.
Yes, it was an old Lord situation.
Hey, sad girl. She says, hello, ladies. Hello, everyone. Hope you all are having a great day. I applied for McCore, waiting for a reply. Okay, Queen. And thank you for the like and share.
Thank
Money
you.
Make Me says, I'm
Hope
going
you
to
hear
check out. This
something.
is, huh?
I said, I hope she hears something.
She says, I'm going to check out. This is non phones. I'm looking for something like that as well. Okay, Queen. Lene says, hey, Tan, are you on vacation? If you are, bring me some sand back. Laugh out loud. We getting snow tomorrow. So over it. It was
Oh,
just 77 degrees today in Ohio. Oh, wow.
oh, yeah, I have bipolar weather.
Don't send it here, Lene. We don't want no more snow,
Yeah.
Queen. We having a bad storm right now. So if y'all see my lights flickering or if I flash out the screen, you know why. Because it is coming down outside.
Yeah.
Tawanda says, okay, thanks, I sure will. No problem, Queen. Hey, Ronica, she says, hello, all. Thanks for all that you do for everyone. Do you have an email address? If so, please list it. We do,
Don't you
Ronica.
want me to type it,
Um,
Carol?
yeah, I can.
Okay.
Money Making Meter says, I'm going to check out those non-phone videos as well. I'm looking forward to getting a job like that. Okay.
Okay.
And I know I skipped some people. Hang on, I gotta go back. The screen started jumping. Thank you, Lady Empress. She says, liked and share. Hey, Angel. Angel says, same weather here in Louisville, Kentucky. Expecting snow tomorrow. I'm over it. Oh, no. Money
Mm-hmm.
Making Meter says, maybe I got to keep emailing the Benjamin app. Yep, I would. Hey,
Yeah.
Fallon. She says,
Mm-hmm.
hi, everyone. Hey, Tina. Tina says, hi, happy Sunday. Thank you for sharing. No problem, Queen. Hey,
Yeah.
Ursula. She says, hi, Tan, Carolyn. All happy Sunday. Liked and shared.
Hey, hey.
Thank you. Hey, Vanessa. She says, hello, ladies. Liked and shared. Thank you. Hey, Stephanie. Stephanie says, hey, y'all. Megan, you from
Hey,
South
hey.
Carolina as well? Okay, welcome, Queen. Money Making Meter, she says, I have been using top surveys as well. The cash out is super fast. All right, Queen.
All right. I'll put top surveys in the chat. That is a good one.
She says, be safe out there. Terry said, yes, we have the bipolar weather here in Nebraska. Yeah, I think it's just like that. Really seem like everywhere lately. We says, can't
Yeah.
thank you to enough. My family in Canada and their friends have already started making money with Outlier. What? She says, are there some more
All
like Outlier
right.
that I can share with them? All right, are we? Well, congrats to the family,
All
Queen.
right. All right. And on we there are some side hustles that they can do in Canada. Let me know if you're interested and I can put some.
The companies that are similar to Outlier, Handshake is one that popped up on the radar. Prolific, they have another side also on we outside of the survey sites, similar to Outlier, where you are training the AI bots. So you may want to take a look at Handshake, Prolific, data annotations also. Hey, Mama G, she says, hello, Queens, and happy Sunday. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen Gray. She says, Carol looking so pretty. Thank you. I appreciate that. So Tan did put top surveys in the chat for anyone that is interested. Hey, Queen of the Bronx. She says hello from New York. New
Hey.
York is in the house. Ronica, you're welcome, Queen. She says thank you. Hey, Queen Angela. She says, hey, happy Sunday to everyone. Congrats on all the wins. We're having a bad storm here now and snow tomorrow. Oh, no. No
Oh,
snow. Leonica says also try crowd gin on we. Hey, SP. SP says hello, ladies.
hey,
Queen Tamara
hey.
says, I'm in Michigan and we may be having some snow. Oh, no. Please
Wow.
don't come down this way.
No.
No snow. Hey, Jacqueline. Jacqueline says hi. SP, you from New York also? Okay, got some more New Yorkers in the
All
building.
right.
Um, we said, Leonica, thanks so much. She says, how are you? Which one is Handshake? I used to know of Handshake in the past. There was one you can search for a job. I'm not sure I know this particular one you are talking about. It's just like Outlier Queen. They have the projects for you to train the AI bot. Thank you to Wanda. She says I like to share also. Thank you, Mama G,
I
for the
think we
like
got a
and
post.
share.
Do we have a post that say train AI bots? I forgot.
Yeah. But I don't know if
Let me
Handshake is on that one though.
remember Taloka. Do you think they over there? Remember Taloka? We did
I
them.
remember Taloka. Yep, I remember them.
Hmm.
Money Making Media. She
And
says congrats to you all.
I would say also try Tellus because Tellus had a few, not a lot, but a few.
Yeah, they did.
Hmm.
And somebody else, and I can't think of who it is. It's
Did we say
another
data
company.
annotation?
I got data annotations. It's one more. Is it? I think of it.
RWS. Did we say that?
No, we ain't say that one. You got the link to the training the AI bots.
Let me find it. Give me a second. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll find it.
Leonica says she's doing good. Handshake is like Outlier, where you can do projects just like Outlier. Thank you,
Ooh.
Leonica. Fallon says congrats. Husband Helen says hello, Onwe. That's awesome that your family are taking advantage of the opportunities. Leonica says she's not sure if the crowd Gen one is in Canada. We says yes, Tan. I am very much interested. Can you send me the list, please, so I can send to them in Canada? And she says thank you all. SB says
Ye-
happy Sunday.
Hold on, Carol. Only I will put a link on the Two Chicks blog for you. Give me till tomorrow because I have to make it because it is a lot of survey sites and stuff that are in Canada. I'll get. Oh yeah, that's another one. Here's the link for the training the AI bots. Let me see if I can get it. Somebody said
Tan gonna put
Algineer.
the she gonna put the list of the training of AI bots company in here.
It's four on. It was four on here, and one of the queens in there says Algineer. Remember them?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I remember them.
Queen Queen
It's so
Elia.
many of them popping up now. McCore, they liked it. It's another one, Micro One, I think. Same thing. They got some new ones
Hmm.
that's popped up on the radar. Tamara says, when you Google, will these websites come up for those companies? Which ones, Tamara? The training the AI bots. Tan is gonna drop the list here in the
I
chat.
did. I dropped four. It was four of them on here, on there. Um,
Okay.
I didn't. I don't know if we got another one. I didn't think so, but
But yep, if you
I,
Google them, yes, ma'am. All right, Angela. She says I have completed 7 audit shops on Saturday and 3 today, being greedy and got caught in the storm. Well, hey, Queen, you got the money.
all right,
You did get
Queen.
the money, girl. So congrats to you.
You can watch that little rain off.
Got the audit shops. Go ahead, Queen.
Yeah, congrats.
And if you want to do some audit shops like Queen Angela here, take a look at Gig Spot. I'm gonna drop it here in the chat.
I do not like that. Carry it. Oh, am I spinning or is Carol spinning? If y'all could see me, put a one in the chat because I cannot tell. Okay, so it must be Carol. Thank y'all. Let me see where she's at. On some maps. Let me see. I think her internet went out, and y'all gonna have to bear with me. Kiki, baby, hey Queen. She says hi. Kind of new to y'all, but I like what you guys are doing. Let's get it. Yes, ma'am. And I probably am. Let me see. Let's see. On we, I'll tell Carol to send the link for handshake. And if I'm behind y'all, it's because I was making a post. But um, let's see. Hold on. Okay. Lisa, I'll tell her to put them in the chat on we. Lisa says, thank you very much. I prayed for a remote job and saw you guys 2 days ago. Oh, thank you, Queen. We appreciate you. Let us know what you're looking for. Um, hey, Marcellus. Hello, beautiful queens. Finally got accepted to Prolific. Made off my first two studies. Plan on diving deeper tonight. Thank you. Thank you, kind ladies. My persistence paid off. Yes, it did, Queen. Congratulations. Congratulations. You bet.
Yeah.
Hello.
I think I hit something
Can
made
you
to
hear
go
me?
out. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm back.
Hmm. Marcella says
Okay.
25. Okay, she got $25, Marcellus. She got signed up for
He
Prolific.
he got
Huh?
he
Oh, he
got.
got. Sorry.
Congrats,
Sorry, Marcellus.
Marcella. All right now, congrats on Prolific. You can keep going. I'm finna find
Okay.
the link.
Okay. Kobe was texting me. Hey, we says thank you, Helen. Nadia says hello, ladies. Hey, Nadia.
Hey Nadia.
Tawanda, she says you're welcome, Queen. Carol put tell us in the chat. Money Making Media says are training AI bots pretty difficult, like coding? No. It depends on what product you get, Queen. They have all different types of product not products. They have all different types of things that can do. They have customer service AI bots. They have ones where doctors train them. They have one where lawyers train them. So it depends on the type of project you get. They have all sorts of training types. Okay. Yeah, Telus was one of them, Queen. So it just depends on your project, and you usually get the AI bots project based on what you basically want to do. It's not like they tell you what project you sign up for a project, and then they will offer you other projects. Mm, let's see. Hold on, where was that? Okay. Helen said we had 80 degrees this past week, and the next day the temperature dropped and it snowed here in Delaware. Oh, wow. And Elias, she says Algineer is another one. Thank you, Queen. Um, at least she said, I want to say that I had prayed for a remote job because my daughter is homeschooled. You guys popped up 2 days after that. Oh, thank you, Queen. Thank you. Thank you. And we have a few queens here that homeschool, also queens. So you are not alone. There are some queens here who I know one of them for sure does homeschool. So you do have some support here in looking for a work from home job and something you can do along with homeschooling. I'll get the list as soon as Carol comes back. I'll start making it because I don't know if I made it yet, and I'll search for it if I did. Hey, lovelies and gents. She says, hi, two chicks. I've been doing product tube and Brock's panel. It's easy and fun. Assignments. All right, Queen. All right. And if you are new, Brock's panel is I think it's where you make short videos, and also product tube is where you make short videos about products. So that those are two good side hustles. Um, T. Carson says, "Dang, Helen, that's rough." Sure, lady. See, hey, Queen. She says, "Hey, Ten Carol on chat. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Hey, hey. Seven audits. Yes, Queen. That is fantastic. Everyone is speaking. Leonica says, "Congrats, Angela." Eliza, seven
My
audits.
internet acting crazy.
Fantastic. Um, Leonica says, "We are supposed to get snow and rain here tomorrow." In Alabama, Leonica? Oh, my. Wow. Hello? Okay. I thought so.
Can you hear me?
Okay, so Nadia says,
No, I said
"FYI,
my
I have a
internet
dollar
acting
notebook
weird.
with all my two chicks notes. I don't have links written down. I have each page by category and job, company names, equipment providers, survey sites, place to earn, et cetera, et cetera." You said something, Carol?
My
Hold
internet
on.
acting weird.
So, okay, well, congrats, Queen. And that is a good way. Guys want to know how to um, sort your notes and things. There is, hey, Carol's internet acting up, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. She texted me and I can't. I think she said she's gonna start it over. Hold on, yeah, I gotta text her back. Okay. She gonna restart her internet. Okay, one's in the chat. Okay, Megan Sellers. She says, "Can someone please explain on how surveys work? I'm on a website that was listed above and I'm a little confused." Okay, so this is how survey sites works. Basically, you are giving your opinion about whatever the survey is about. Now, the most important thing about the surveys is that you must be consistent. You must be consistent. If you want to make any money, they are not going to start off sending you high paying surveys. You are not going to get start off being qualified for many surveys, but that is how it works. So you will take all these, screener surveys and they say you may not qualify, but you keep going. And once you get in, and I'll just say it, it's not the right word for it, but once you get in their algorithm, they see you on their site, they see you participating in their site, they will start sending you surveys. Now, also another thing, you have to make sure your profile is filled out because they don't know what type of surveys to send you if you don't have that profile filled out. So you must have that profile filled out completely. And remember, you are the best consumer. If they say, "Hey, what type of soda you drink?" and they list 12 types, you want to check all 12 types. Now, you may drink some more than the others, but you want to drink all 12 types. And the reason why, if they have a survey on Pepsi and you say they want people who drink Pepsis, then you need to be in that group. If not, if you don't choose Pepsi, you will not be in their group. Uh, so I would say work on, and I would say sign up for more than one. I'll have Carol. Let's see if she could put the list in the chat. If she can give me this. So sign up for more than one. That's what we recommend. So there are all different types of survey sites. One of our good ones is branded surveys. We had a king, he was making $300 a week off of branded. So that is a good one. Um, uh, Let me find the list. And okay, here is a list that here's a list with 52 survey sites that we have that our kings and queens do here. So I will put this list on here, and I would recommend just going down it and see um which ones that you would like to do. Again, you have to be consistent, because if you are not, then they will not send you higher paying surveys. I would recommend also number 14. Let's see. 15. Prolific is a good one. It is a higher paying survey site that you can use, that you can do. It is higher paying because it is not like based on products and things. It is actually based on people who are doing research or getting their PhD. It is for their, I can't even think of the word now, quantitative data. So they have to have quantitative data. So that is what Prolific is doing by using survey sites. So, I mean, as for using the surveys for people who are getting some type of doing some type of medical research, or they're getting a PhD or something of that nature. So, um, again, I would say try Prolific if you are looking for something quick. If you are not quick, if you are looking to earn money quickly, quicker than other survey sites. And also Prolific is they are doing picking from a waiting list, so make sure you get on the waiting list. Some people have gotten on and gotten off. I hope that was a good explanation.
Can you hear me okay?
Just fine.
Okay. Hopefully it stays.
Okay. All right, Queen, I hope that helps. Megan, I hope that helps. um Okay, Angela said her orientation starts tomorrow for Working Solutions, and she's
All
starting
right.
Handshake as well, and had a company reach out for uh, a contracting gig with CDC, and I never applied. You never know who looking at your LinkedIn. Okay, Queen, congratulations, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Hold on, Chris Freeman. It said, Lisa, oh, thank you, Queen. She says, Lisa, they are amazing. They will help you through. Stay with it and take notes. Yes, Queen.
Ah, thank you. Love lies. Appreciate that.
Okay. So Rice says, congrats, Angela. Drea says, hello, everyone. Hey, Queen.
Hey, Queen.
Patricia
Hey,
says,
Patricia.
good evening, Queens and Two Chicks family. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Queen.
Happy Sunday.
Leonica says, congrats, Marsalis. Okay. Hey, Tina. She says, first live. I'm looking for any full time non phone data entry, praying for a change, flexibility to find my joy again. Oh, Queen. I would say if you're interested in something non phone, let us know your skills, because there are certain, and if you're looking for something that is non phone that you can start, try some of these training AI bots. Those are good ones. Okay, we got a testimony. Come on up here, Leonica. She said she has 342 on paid viewpoints, 206 on Pillar 8, cashed out another $5 on Echo. So she has cashed out $25 total, 2 cents on Cash Play, 1041 on Free Cash, and Play Cash is 2 cents. Congratulations,
Congratulations.
Leona. And if you are looking to play games for money, like Leona could, check out Free Cash. And I'm going to put it in the chat. Give me 1 second. Is that not feedback? Okay, give me
Helen
one
said
second.
now that they are talking about strong winds tomorrow and tornadoes in hell. Oh no.
Mm.
Bianca said we went through that for 3 days back to back. Those hailstorms were rough. Y'all be safe, Helen. Love Live says, congrats, the Onika. On we says, are these training AI bots work when you want? Yes.
Mhm.
Any assessments now? I see. I don't know if the assessment's gonna be like outlier. We
Yeah.
don't know, on we. That's a good
Oh, shit.
question.
And here is free cash, and this one is for the U.S. Way I'm gonna put free cash in for Canada. So if you're people in Canada want to play games for money, free cash does do Canada. So give me 1 second. I gotta find it though.
I put just play and best play in the chat.
Okay. And here's free cash Canada. I'm gonna put a CA behind it so we'll know. Okay.
That's a good question, Onwe. I have no idea if the assessments would be like outlier. I know that there is an assessment, but just don't know if it's gonna be like outliers or not. Leonica says, thank you, Love Lives, DMV sister. She says, oh wow, I came in on a live. Welcome. We says, awesome. Thanks, Tan. Hey, Lorraine. She says, happy Sunday, Queens and Kings. And congrats, Leonica. Andrea says, good evening, Leonica. Queen Vanita, she has a testimony. 2901 on Prolific, Cloud Research 25, Benjamin 23, Tester Up 14, Free Cash 13, Scrambly 1225, Prime Opinion 1207, Survey Junkie 413, Pay Viewpoint 394, and Survey Streak. She has 354. All right, Queen.
What, Queen?
It's a nice little lineup, Queen Vanita.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Leonica says, hey, happy Sunday. Thank you, Lorraine. She says, congrats, Benita. DMV sister says, I just turned 61. Well, happy birthday. She says, I'm looking
All
for
right.
administrator or data entry or something with no phone. So a lot of
Mm.
non-phone queen went up on the channel last week. So if you missed any of the videos, make sure you guys go back and take a look. I did drop overnight non-phone on the channel today. We did data entry. Let's see.
We did that a while ago. They will be available. But you want me to try? Want me to find the list?
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. Um, I have seen some. Now, I don't know if any of these data entry jobs are still open or not because they do go pretty fast when we put them up. But I did drop a list of them in the chat. I would just say maybe go to the companies and see if they are still available. Yanko says, yes, Tan, and I am not looking forward to it. Andrea says she signed up with Ellis. All right, Queen.
All right, now that is a good
Lorraine
one.
says, keep this stuff over there, Leonica. Bonita says, thanks, Leonica. You know I don't share that often. Patricia says they are expecting a heat wave. What? Tuesday through Friday here in California, we have the heat advisory notice. Well, be safe, Queen.
Wow.
Open Vision, she says, Pillar 8 asking if I was referred by a friend. I just seen it in the comments and would like to give someone credit.
Mm. Somebody? Somebody? Yeah, I want to get.
Anybody?
Yeah, I want to get some credit.
Leonica said MSR 440, inbox 6, Eureka 236, prime opinion 330. All right. Congrats,
All
Queen. Teresa says, great job, Vanita. And Leonica says, you're welcome. And that's still great, Vanita. She says, laugh out loud, Lorraine. We usually don't see snow here in Alabama. This weather is bipolar here. Leonica says, open vision. Pillar 8 is a great side hustle. Been on it since last year and have cashed out twice. Working on her next cash out. Bonita says, thank you, Teresa. Sense and Cash says hello to everyone. Hey, Sense and Cash. Um, Christy, she says, yes, I am on branding and I am not sure how much I made, but they send surveys multiple times a day. Well, congrats, Queen.
right.
Patricia says, survey junkie, also a good survey site and prime opinion. All right, girl. Teresa says, you're welcome, Benita. Leonica says, Pay Viewpoint is a good survey site. She has been with them since 2015. No matter what answers you put, you still get paid for the survey, Megan. Love Live says, congrats, Benita. What's up, Earl? Earl says, peace, fam. He just finished dinner. Okay, Earl. Thank you, Love Lies. Bonita says, thank you, Love Lies. Open Vision says, thank you, Leonica. Earl says, we got out of spring snow on Friday. It was snowing Friday here in Washington. What? Tamara says, for the surveys, can we just click the link for the companies on the website, Tamara, the blog list? Leonica says, you're welcome. DMV says, congrats. Megan says, it did. Thanks. Diana says, congrats. Evie Beauty says, do you have any work from home dispatch jobs working in the transportation field? Funny you say
I,
that, Queen. I just saw one.
yeah, me too. Hold on, let me go
I
find it.
do not remember the company. It was a few
I
days
think I
ago,
saw.
too.
Hold on. I think I found. I know one. Hold on. Let me post this for on week. Hold on.
Okay. But I can't say if it was for transportation, though. That's
Yeah,
the only
but let
thing.
me.
I don't remember, Queen.
I saw one last week, but I don't know. I'm gonna put this. So if you have anybody that's in Canada that's looking for Canadian side hustles, I put a few on this list. On you may pass this list on to your family. Um, that means I didn't post one before. Okay, let's
Queen
see.
T says, congrats to everyone. Hey, Queen Sherry. She says, hello, beautiful queens. Husband Helen says, hey, Lorraine. Leonica says, hey, sis Sherry. Ghost Rider says, is there worldwide remote jobs? Yep, I did a video. I think it was 2 weeks ago on worldwide. Let me see if I can get the link. Sometimes those worldwide far and few in between. Or if it is, it may be country specific. Like we see a lot of companies that may hire in like Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, Ireland, but they may not hire like in all of the other countries. So sometimes we can find them and sometimes we cannot. But a lot of like the teaching tutoring companies hire worldwide. They hard to find though. Queen Angela has a testimony. So Ghost Rider, I did drop a list of companies in the chat. Answer says 1802 Payview Point, 82 on the Brox panel, 44 on Brandy, 575 on Ipsos, 140 on Ellis, 47 cents on Money Time, $2.35 on Survey Junkie, 233 on App, and 14.85 on Inbox Dollars, 11 on Hatch, 5 on Clickworker, 4 on Free Cash, and 17 is it 17.50 on Outlier? All right, girl. Congrats, Queen. She says, all right, Leonica. Short Lady C, hey, Queen. She says, congrats, Leonica and Angela. NZE says, hi. Hello. Evie Beauty says, I am a beginner, work from home. I have 6+ years of customer service. Do you have any recommendations? Yeah. We do have a beginner friendly list, Queen. And there are some companies in today's live stream that are customer service related. NZE says, please, I need remote work. Am a student. What state or country are you in, NZE? Money Maker Media says, thank you for the links. You're welcome, Queen. Tawana says, my son loves playing games. How much you get paid for that? It depends on the
Mm-hmm.
company.
Yeah.
So for the best plays, the just plays, the money times, and what's the other one? Misplay. Those pay out, Queen, every 3 hours. Now, free cash, inbox dollars, cash kick, those are a little bit different because you have to get through the levels in order to earn whatever it is. So if they say you have to make it to level 10 and you will cash out $40, then you will have to make it to level 10 within a certain amount of time. And the time could be in 3 days. Versus the other ones, you can just play and earn. So it just depends. Sherry says, hey, sis Leonica. Hey, Cam. She says, hi, everyone. Liked and shared. Thanks for everything, ladies. From February the 1st through March the 12th. I'm going to put it up, y'all. She made $1,200 for 11
Oh,
apartments.
wow. All right, Queen. All
Hey,
right.
go ahead. Congratulations.
All right.
So I'm sure Ann has talked about, Tan has talked about Ellis already.
No, I have not. So if you are looking for a great mystery shop company, check out Ellis. Ellis is a good one. So if you have ever went to a apartment community and inquired about any apartments or any apartment homes, you have done Ellis. Ellis is a great side hustle where you go in and act as a renter with two different apartment communities. It may take you 20 to 30 minutes to do the shop and another 20 to 30 minutes to do the report, but Ellis pays well. We have had people earn up to $200 for one shop. So they pay great bonuses and they also pay pretty well without the bonuses. But again, if you get the bonuses, it is not unheard of for people to make $200 per shop. One queen we had, she made $2,600 in 1 month. We had queens make over $3,000 in 1 month doing Ellis Mystery Shop. So it is a great mystery shop company. You should check it out.
And congrats again, Queen, on the $1,200. And I did put the link in the chat if anyone here is interested in Ellis. And again, with the side gigs and the side hustles, you don't have to go through all of the rigmarole like the remote jobs. Some of these you can literally just sign up and start today.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them you might have to wait on an email, but you don't have to worry about sending a resume. You can do them whenever you want to in between time in the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
You are the boss. Kiki baby, number 2 on this list, Queen, is Survey Junkie. It is a survey site. So if you are interested in that one, take a look at the link in the chat, number 2. Diana says, congrats to all. We says, thanks to Chicks. I will send fresh free cash Canada to them. Congrats, Leonica. Queen so right. She says, congrats, Benita. And Leonica says, thanks, we. Cam says, just waiting for it to hit my PayPal account in the 22nd of this month. I don't blame you, Queen. And see,
Yeah.
that wasn't even a lot. 11 apartment shops. And Cam, if you don't mind
Yeah.
telling us, how long did it take you to do, you don't have to say each one, but just like on average, how long did it take for you to do
Mm-hmm.
the apartment shops? Yeah, it's not bad for 11 and $1,200.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Cameria? She says, "Hey Queens, finally caught you.
Hey,
Welcome, Queen."
thank you. Hey, hey.
My Wilkerson, she says, "Hey ladies in chat. Hey Queen." She says, "I liked and
Hey,
shared.
Queen.
Cashed out 40 on Earn Star, 12 on Survey Junkie, 860 on Eureka, 20 on Free Cash, 20 on Inbox, and 12 on Ipsos." All right now,
All right. All right, Queen.
congrats.
All right.
Bianca says, hey, and congrats, my Wilkerson. Hey, Queen Reba. She says, happy Sunday, Carol and Tan. Congrats to everyone. Keep filling up the basket. She says, like and share. Tell your neighbor time is running out. He says, you want to join or keep watching?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay. Ursula, she says, approved for the Vita project with handshake, approved for a SPAF 15 an hour project. Did Ellis shop for 75 on the wait list for another one on the wait list for observer to upload pictures of my fur baby 6 to 20. All right. Oh, is it $6 for 20 pictures, Ursula? Or is it $6 to $20? But whatever it is, Queen. Congratulations. All right now. Leonica says, hey, Reba. Hey, Queen Helen. She says, hey, everybody. Liked and shared. Thank you. DMV sister, she says, thank you. Leonica says, yes, that is a great project. I am currently on it, Ursula. She says, hey, Helen. Money Making Media says, congrats, Leonica. Helen says, hey, Leonica. Reba says, hey, Leonica. She says, and your boys. Leonica says, congrats, Ursula. Ursula says, yes, Carol and Tan are the best. They are a blessing for sure. Yes, it is a great project, Leonica. Thank you, Ursula. Appreciate that, Queen. Leonica said, yes, I am still working on mine and I already got paid Friday for some of it. Ursula, hey, Forthorn. And she says, happy Sunday, Tan, Carol, and chat. Liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. Cameria, I just put the link in the chat, Queen. The company is Ellis. Show Lady C says, hey, Earl, she on her way for dinner. Ursula said, the storms is coming to Maryland as well. Everyone be safe in the storm. Amen, Queen. It's hitting us right now. Ursula says, that is good to know, Leonica, and congratulations. Hey, Shasta. She says, hello, everyone, and how's my 2 favorite aunts? We are great, Queen, and how are you today? So Rice says, hello, Queen, short lady C. Money Making Media, she says, congrats, Benita. We says, great, thanks, Tan. I am grateful. Cam says, it's from Ellis. My Wilkinson, she says, hey, Leonica. Hey, Lisa. Lisa says, hey, everyone. Leonica says, yes, we got snow and rain coming tomorrow. And thanks. Yes, Spout is legit. Have cashed out over 10 times when they had the talking project on my dashboard, Ursula. She says they pay out every Friday. You will get an email. And she says, hey, Lisa. Short Lady C says, hey, Queen. So, right. And Leonica says, hey, Short Lady C. Cameria says, thank you, Cam. Fallon says, congrats. Short Lady C says, hello to all. Not feeling the best, just here listening. Okay, Short Lady C, I pray you feel better, Queen.
Yeah.
Cameria, she says, congratulations to all. Leonica says, hope you feel better soon. Short Lady C. She says, hey, Leonica. Lisa says, has anybody ever worked for Cigna? We had somebody here that was working for Cigna, Lisa. Can't remember who it was, Queen, not too long ago. Short Lady C says, thanks, Leonica, sis. Marcella says, what's Appen? Appen, they have like the short projects, short-term projects task based. It's like a task based site. They may have the training, the AI bots also. I'm not sure. Bionica says, "You welcome, sis, Short Lady C." Ursula says, "Hey, Short Lady C." She says, "Hey, Ursula." Kiki Baby says, "Which ones pay every 3 hours?" So I'm gonna drop the link in the chat, Queen. Tawana says, "Sorry, I stepped away from my phone." Repeat which one, Tawana. We can say it so much, Queen. You're gonna have to tell us what did you hear.
Hmm.
We can say it a lot, Queen.
And if you guys are looking for another way to make passive income, don't forget to check out the high yield savings account, because if you have a savings account, you may want to switch your money over to a higher yield savings account, because again, some of these higher yield savings account can earn you up to $200 a month just for letting your money sit in the bank that you're doing anyway. That's another way to earn passive income. I'm going to put a link in the chat. So it bank rate has I think it's 4 or 5 different high yield savings account that they recommend, and they have reached out to us to see if you guys would take a look at these high yield savings account and sign up. It is a good way to make passive income just for
Yeah.
your money sitting in the bank. Carol and I both have high yield savings accounts because, again, they make extra money for your money. So you don't want your money sitting somewhere and you are not making any money off of it. You might as well, if you have a savings account, again, you can you constantly add to the savings account. This is a way you can make money off of the savings account. So you're not obligated to sign up for anything, but just take a look at it. And again, if you have money in your savings account, in a savings account, consider putting your money in a high yield savings account, because a lot of times we earn what, $1, $2 a month, maybe, if depending on
Mm,
how much you have. 1%, less than 1% interest on a regular savings account. Go to a higher yield, you can get 4 to 5%, which means a lot of
right.
times that that can add up and add to your actual savings account. So they can add. So if you are planning on saving $5,000 a year and you have a high yield savings account and you put 5,000, that's an extra $250 a year that you could be earning just for letting that $5,000 sit in there, if it was earning at like 5%. And that's possible. So don't just look at it, and if it's not something you could do right now, do some research, look at those links and see how you can plan to open up a high yield savings account.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. For Thorny, she says, "Congrats, Cam." Tawana says about the game, so I can write it down. So I did repost the link, Queen, in the chat about the games that pay out every 3 hours. Now, these you will need an Android device. Unfortunately, they don't have these on the Apple phone.
No, man, we
We
left
says,
out.
"Congrats, Queen. I thought there was a time Hatch stopped recruiting." We haven't heard from Hatch. She says, "Have they
Yeah,
started again?" I don't know, Henri. We ain't heard from them.
they haven't reached out to us. If they have, they have not. Let
Yeah.
me check. You know, they haven't reached out to us, always. But we'll, let me see.
Megan, I put a link to the 3 hour payout games in the chat, Queen. Camiria, she says, "Ellis is sounding good to me." All right now.
It is.
Sense and
It is
Cash says,
a
"Do you have
really
to
good.
record? Do you have to record for the apartment mystery shops?" I think it depends on the shop.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
don't think
it
all of
depends.
them
And if you
require you
need
to
to record,
record.
they will tell you before you accept the assignment. So again, there are a lot of them that you don't have to record, and a lot of kings and queens do order different recording devices off Amazon. So if you're interested in the ones that record, let us know.
Money making media. She says, "Yeah, I'm hopping on airless." Helen says, "Cloud research has been popping for me. Cashed out at 38 with 13 pending. Prolific cashed out at 14 with 6 pending." All right, girl.
All right.
Congratulations, Queen. And if anybody here is interested in Prolific and Cloud Research, both of them have a wait list, but both are the same 15 and 16 on the list.
Mhm.
Be sure to get the egg in the basket, Queens. Both are survey sites, but they are not your typical survey sites because these survey sites they are paying a little bit higher than some of the other companies. Show Lady C says, "Has anyone cashed out on solitaire cash?" Kamira says, "Okay, that works for me." Leonica says, "Congrats, Helen." Leonica says, "Just play, best play, money time, Megan." Tamara says, "When I go to the sites, I keep getting the pop up ads. So if you are on our blog, Queen, just bypass the ads."
Mhm.
Just Me says, "Do you have recording and video recommendations when working with Ellis?"
Um, I know a lot of kings and queens have purchased a um, what is it? The pen recording
The
device,
pen, the
the bud,
pendant necklace.
the pendant, the button camera. So it just depends on what's in your budget and what you like to do. I mean, what you would like.
Fallon says, "Congrats." Leonica says, "The best games to play on Just Play is the Treasure Master and for Money Time Sword Slash. The coins add up quicker and you can also watch ads for coins, Megan." Hey, Shanna. She says, "Good evening, two blessed chicks in chat. Thank you, Queen. And how are you?" Fort Thorne, it says, "Congrats, Leonica and Helen." So Rice says, "Cam, yes, you are the GOAT, the GOAT." Says, "Thank you for Thornis." Terry says, "Congratulations to everyone." Leonica says, "Good evening, Shanna." Elias says, "Yay, congratulations on the apartment shops. Good money for sure."
Yep.
We says, "Are there some survey sites that work in Africa?"
I
Here,
had
Megan.
one. Let me hold on. I had one. Um, remember, I think it. Hold on. It was in Nigeria. It's Survey Llama. So if you're in Nigeria, it does work there. And I'll put it in there.
Kiki Baby says, "I'm looking for a new apartment now. Do you get paid for the apartment shops?" Yep. Queen made
Mm-hmm.
$1,200. Mm-hmm. Yep. So sign up, Queen. You never know. They may have some apartments in your area on the list.
And Kiki, baby, we gonna over here. We gonna either get paid money or we gonna get paid something. We ain't
Some
doing
gift
work for
cards or
free.
some.
Gift
Right.
cards, some product. We not doing work for free over here. No, ma'am, Pam. We hustle.
Right. Reba says, "Congrats, Queen, showing up and definitely understood the assignment. Share that with our neighbor while we filling up your tank." SP says, "Are these people who
Amen.
get paid? Are these people who get paid to take surveys?" I'm kind of confused on the question, SP.
If
Rephrase
you're
the
asking, do
question.
people? If she's asking, do people get paid to take surveys? Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And the ones that we talk about, everybody who does them gets paid. Now, the amount of money they make is dependent upon them, but do they get paid? Yes.
Yep. Oh, 6 to 20 per picture. That's good, Ursula.
Ooh.
Yes. Oh, how fast? Kiki baby. So the apartment shops pay out once a month. Different
Mm-hmm.
mystery shop companies, they pay different. Some could be every 2 weeks, some could be 3 to 5 days, and some are once a month. But the apartment one is on the 21st, 22nd of the month. We did we have a link for handshake tan?
Yes. Give me a second. I'll get it off non-phone.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Camelia, she says, congratulations, Ursula. Short Thorn says, hey. SP says, okay. Jariah says, do it, Leonica, and the rest of you superstars. Kamira says, yes, it left Memphis and it is in Mississippi. Show Lady C says, hey, my Wilkerson. And Leonica says, hey, Shanna. Forthorna says, hello, Short Lady C. Happy Sunday and feel better soon. Simpson Cash says, I have cashed out on Spout 2. Also cashed out on Babel Audio. But Babel is really strict on the background noise.
Okay.
Elias says, has anyone ever done any other tellers assessments? Yeah, we had quite a few, Queen, to be higher with tellers.
Yeah.
Shasta says, have you heard of Survey Streak so far? Made $4, got to reach 5 to cash out. Not sure if it's legit. Haven't heard you all talk about it. Somebody just mentioned that, Queen. Somebody just
Mm-hmm.
mentioned that they made some money from Survey Streak. Kamira says, thank you, Tan, for HYSA. Hey, Tammy. She says, remember to thumbs up the live stream, everyone. No problem, Tawana. On We says, awesome things. Please put the high yield savings account link. I am interested. Tammy says,
I
we got
did put
eight.
it in. I'm gonna
Go
put
ahead.
it in there again. Hold on. I'm gonna put the high yield savings account in there again, and I'll just name it HYSA.
Tammy says,
Go ahead,
82
Carol.
people in the chat. We got 62 likes. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and share the video. My Wilkinson says, hey, show lady C. Kamira says, definitely interested in the high yield savings.
And I
Um,
put the link in the chat for you guys who's interested.
Megan, so that information is free. She was talking about the letter writing. We talked about this on the last live stream. I know people are
Oh,
charging for the information, but you're basically writing letters to the casino. Do some research, Queen. I have seen a lady here on YouTube talking about it and giving out the information for free. So you don't have to pay for
and
it
it's
because some of them
and
are,
it's
I
groups on
feel like
Facebook.
they overcharging people. They charging like what $200-300 just to get the information. So
I don't
it's
know.
free, Queen. So I see a lot of people on TT talking about it, but there are groups on Facebook also
Yeah, I
that
was going.
give the
Hold on.
information for free.
I know one lady group. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I don't have it anymore. I don't remember that lady. I don't think she has it anymore.
But that's what you're doing, writing letters to the casino, Queen. Making chat
Yeah,
GPT it or YouTube it.
yeah.
I have seen it on YouTube. Somebody has videos about it. Lion says, Tanya, any suggestions on where to look for a good high yield savings account? So on the bank rate link, Alaya, they are
Hmm.
giving you guys different companies. So
Yeah,
you can kind of
it
go
is
around
different.
and play with it.
Yeah, and they're giving you, I think, 4 or 5 different companies and how much they pay their APY. I would check them out. I know Amex is one of them. They have a good one, and it's one also called Betterment. They're giving almost 4%, so that's good. And they give you estimated earnings.
Mm,
So make sure you check it out. Oh, hold on. I think they give you several. They give you like 4 or 5 to look at. So make sure you look at them. And it's by zip code. So make sure you put your zip code in.
yeah. Okay, so the chat jumped, so I'm gonna have to scroll back. Let me see. Um, oh, to one he has an iPhone. Free cash will work on the iPhone.
Yeah.
Maybe try free cash, Queen. Kay says I want to do apartment shops, but it's hard. What's Spout and Babel Audio? Some side hustle companies. Spout. I'm gonna ask Leonica. Leonica, does Spout still have the old way that they're doing things, or have they changed it up all the way? Because I can't remember. I tried to do Spout, but it didn't work for me. I did get an email though saying that they're paying like 15 now, I think.
Let me find Sprout. Hold
Spout
on.
Babel is like Spout, where you are talking to
Oh.
people through your headset.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're just like that, Spout. But if you are interested in Babel Audio, this is a good side hustle egg. I'm gonna go and find the link and drop it here in the chat. I did get hired with Babel Audio. I wasn't trying to. I just signed up, and 24 hours later, they sent me an email saying, "Congratulations, you're hired." But I have been having issues with my headset, and I think it's something wrong with Babel Audio's platform. I ain't sure,
Yeah,
but
because I heard there's quite a few people say last week that they were having problems with the audio portion.
right. But if you are interested in Babbel, the link is in the chat. Cam says it does take me a long time to write the report, but that's because I choose the shops that record the call and the on-site visit on audio, which pays more but takes longer to listen to the recording. Well, thank you, Queen, for
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
feedback. For Thorn is I currently have in Just Play 216. Best Play she got 48 cents. Fetch she has 35,000 points. Shop Kick 11,000. She says we'll be cashing out soon. All right, Queen.
All right.
Congrats.
That's right.
So Right says you're welcome, Vanita. Leonica says congrats for Thorn is. Cloud Research is just like Prolific. Survey site. DMV
Mhm.
sister, you gonna check out Ellis? Okay. All
Yeah.
right, Queen. Money
And
making said, okay,
DMV
I'll check
sister,
out Cloud Research. Okay.
I was gonna tell DMV sister that would be Ellis would be a good one for her because she lives if she lives in the DMV, that's 3 states. So
Yeah.
and we are in kind of in that same situation. So Queen, it would be good for you.
Yep. Bianca says you're welcome, Fort Thorness. And Reba says congrats, Fort Thorness. If anyone I miss, she says congrats. Cam says it takes me about 3 hours for the report, but I don't take any shops that pays less than 140. In fact, I've met my limit on the number of shops for one client in 30 days that I have to wait. Oh man. Andrea says what equipment is needed for Ellis? If you are picking the shops, Queen, where you have to record the shop, then you will need some type of camera. And no, they don't provide equipment. Um, Quantum says solitaire is fun, but I've never cashed out. Elias says when Prolific kept giving me problems, I just stuck with cloud research. Hopefully, I can have both again, though. Excellent side hustles you can do from anywhere. All right, Queen. Cam says I use my phone to record on an app. Okay. She says clip the phone to my handbag and start the recording when I walk into the leasing office. Show Lady C says,
Oh,
hey, Helen. It's a good idea.
that's
Yeah,
a
that's
good idea.
good tip.
Mm-hmm.
We says, wonderful, Tan. I have some friends in Nigeria asking me for surveys that work over there. Kamira says, I know that's right, Tan. We says, thank you, beautiful cheeks. You welcome, Queen. Jinxed one, you got approved with Outlier. She says, I finally got approved with Outlier, but my laptop died. I can't use my phone. Well, congrats on getting hired, Queen.
All right, Queen.
Congrats to you. Earl says, congrats, make that money, cha-ching. SP says, thank you. Kiki Baby says, oh no, I was asking how fast is the payout. Oh, okay.
Um,
Um, 30 days, Queen, for the apartment mystery shop.
yeah.
She says, okay, cool. Thanks, ladies. Cam says the app is called Voice Record Pro. So
Okay.
Cam is giving a tip, everybody. If you are doing the Ellis shops, Voice Record Pro is what she is using when she has to record the shops and she is doing it from her phone. Shira says, definitely get paid for surveys. That's how I survive. Cam says, I think the cutoff
Mm-hmm.
is the 7th of the month and they send the payment after the 22nd. Thank you, Cam. Sense and Cash says, I have cashed out on Survey Street, but don't get a lot of surveys there. Thank you, Sense and Cash. Shasta says, congrats to all of your wins, liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. Lady Empress says, hey, sure, Lady C. She says, feel better soon. Sense and Cash says, Q me, branded, paid, viewpoint, and top surveys. They send me surveys often and they have low cash outs. Q me lets you cash out whatever you have to PayPal.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, Lady C says, hey, Lady Empress, thanks. Andrea says, I'm right into the casino right now. Love it. So, Andrea, did you have to pay to get the information?
Mm-hmm.
Lorraine says, yes, feel better soon, sure, Lady C. And I feel like some of them just over exaggerate. Oh, you can make
Yeah.
$5,000. Not saying you
You
can't make
can.
it, but if you're making that, why I gotta pay you $200 or $300 for this free information? Because the information on writing letters is absolutely free.
And then again, they're not telling you that you're not going to get paid for every letter you write. They have you
Nope.
thinking that you'll get this influx of money, and that's not the way it works. And people don't want to give you the truth behind it. That's not the way it works. You're not going to get paid for every letter. You're not going to get paid as much as they say. I'm not saying you're not. And sometimes you have to play online the money back to get the money out. So that's the
Yeah.
stuff they're not going to tell you. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
we that's why we don't promote it, because it's too much extra that goes with it. I mean, can we promote it? Yes. Do we know about it? Yes.
Yeah.
But some things are not. I'm not gonna say not worth the time, because some people can get paid off of it, but you can get paid off it. But I think it's a little involved more than that, because sometimes you have to play the money with the casino. And I'm not trying to. And Carol and I are not trying to get anybody hooked on gambling or anything like that. So that's why we don't promote it, because it involves gambling, and we're not trying to add to anybody's habits or whatever. So that's why we don't promote it.
Lorraine says, yes, feel better soon, short lady. See, she says, hey, Lorraine, and thanks. The uncle says they still have the talking project, but now they are sending people out for the new project of 15 an hour recording scripts with your phone. Yep, I got an email
Oh yeah,
from
I get that.
Spout
That's
a
not
few
so.
days ago. Um, Lorraine says, "You're welcome, short lady. See, Quantum says, I just got accepted for Spout, and it is a script reading project for 15. Yep, they sending the
Yeah, all
emails
right.
out to people.
Yeah, I better get on.
All right, and congrats, Quantum. I don't know if we got a link for Spout or not. I'm gonna
I'm gonna
look up and
find
see.
out.
I gotta look up and
You gonna
see.
look? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Lorraine says,
Well,
"Oh, nice,
congratulations.
Leonica." Leonica said, "It calls your phone, and then you read the scripts that it gives you. Very easy." And she says, "Hey, Quantum, Kate Babel, I just dropped the link, Queen. You are talking like if me and Tan was here, and I'm talking to her. So you're talking to people on Babel, people that you don't know." Unexpectedly says, "Yeah, I had problems last week with the Babel audio. I think their site was down or having issues. Yeah." Quantum says, "Hey,
Okay.
Leonica says, congrats on getting accepted, Quantum." Yeah, I don't know what it is about Babel, but their stuff is very sensitive. And unexpectedly, the life says, "I'm doing my Ellis app now. I also live in the DMV." Okay. Jinx
Okay.
says, "Ellis does background checks. I'm out with that." They do?
They do.
I don't
Never.
think they did. You sure about that, Queen?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Jinx one.
Mm-mm.
Why would they be doing a background check? I don't think so.
Mm.
Cases, I live in NYC. They might have a lot of apartment mystery shops here. I don't
They,
know.
they, we had one queen do New York. This is a while back. I remember
Okay.
because
She had a lot.
she was saying she did Ellis, and she did them in the Bronx and Queens. I remember. That's what she said.
Sure, Lady
So if
C
you're in
says,
the Bronx or Queens, we know they do them there.
So Wanda said, "Can you add the link for free cash?" Yes, Queen.
Yes. Yep.
Celia says, "Hey, two chicks and fam, liked and shared. I'm so happy to be here as always. Also, had to let y'all know I completed my onboarding with Amazon Flex. All right, girl. Well, congrats."
Okay.
She
Okay.
said she completed that a couple of days ago. Congratulations. Hey, Alex. Alex says, "What's good, Tan and Kerr? Happy Sunday. Hey, two chicks with a side hustle gang. What's going on,
Hey,
Alex?
hey.
How are you?" Quantum says, "Hi, short lady C and things." Celia says, "I was more excited to tell y'all than I was my family." No, ma'am.
All right, Queen. We appreciate that.
Bianca said, "Hey, how are you?" And congrats, Celia. DMV says, "Okay, thanks. I will be on it in the morning. I am in Maryland, 20 minutes from DC and Virginia." Okay.
Mhm. All right.
It's 3 states, Queen, you can hit. And I'm pretty sure
Mhm.
you'll
Yeah.
probably come up with a lot. Teresa
Mhm.
says, "Congrats." And Leah Love Lamb says, "Congrats, Celia." Show Lady C says, "Hey, Teresa." Celia said, "Leonica, hey, boo. I've been good and thank you. And how are you?" Husband Helen said, "What's this about the letter writing and writing to the casino?" That's it, Queen. You writing letters to the casino. But
Yeah.
people don't like to share the information. They want you to pay for it. But the information is free because I looked it up.
Yeah.
It is absolutely free. Just do a little research, Queen. YouTube, Facebook, but don't pay for it. Don't do that because they charge. And I saw somebody was charging like
Mhm.
$297, $300 for some free information. But you making five, six, $7,000 a month though. But okay, that's another live. That's another live. Leonica says,
That's
"You're welcome.
another.
I'm doing good." And she says, "I am wanting to know about that too, Helen." Yep, it's all over the internet. But
Mhm.
again,
Yeah,
just don't.
it is.
Show
Yeah.
Lady C says, "Hey, live, love, and laugh." Celia says, "Ah, thanks, Teresa. Live, love, and laugh." Lorraine says, "Wow, nothing less than 140. I must live in the wrong area because Ella's only paying me $30 per shop." But are you getting the bonuses though, Lorraine? Is it 30 plus
Wait.
30?
Are you waiting till the end of the month?
And that too. Cause in the end of the month, honey, they rolling the dough out. Cause they got to get them shops
Mm-hmm.
done. Leonica says you are welcome and I'm doing good, Celia. Angela says I have three recording devices, one audio, one pen video, one video glasses. I used to use the phone, but it's too full. Okay, well that's a good tip.
Mm.
Thank you, Queen.
Yeah.
Teresa says, "Hey, sure lady, see, I'm sorry you are not feeling well." She says, "Thanks, Teresa." And Adrenia, she says, "No, ma'am, I did not pay for the casino information. I go on the casino's website, look for the sweepstakes
Amen.
rules." Amen. That's it right there. So she letting
Yep.
y'all know she did not pay for the information. The information is free, and I'm
It's
not
for
saying that the people that are charging for the information are scammers, but if you making so much money a month, I mean, come on, ma'am, you can't give out the information for free. Is it gonna hurt you to give it to some people maybe for free?
it sure will. You know how people be? They will monetize their big toe. You already know.
Yeah. Camiria, which link queen? Says Carolyn Tan, y'all always looking out for us. Appreciate y'all so much. Thank you, Queen. Kay says I will go anywhere in
Anytime.
NYC. I'm in Brooklyn, but will travel in the boroughs. Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
Cookie
I would
Monster.
say queen sign up and just see what they have. Again, we had one queen from New York. She went to the Bronx and Queens.
Um, we gonna bypass you with this crazy talk.
Who that?
Girl, somebody was on here talking silly. Reba says, "Okay, ladies, queens, and kings, Carol and Tan got to hit the basement. Tornado warning in our area. Got to get the grandkids in the basement. Y'all have a great evening." Okay, Reba, stay safe, queen.
All right. You too.
Leonica says, "Y'all be safe." And Show Lady C says, "Hey." Lady Empress says, "If you are new here, these do not gatekeep, especially when it's not resourceful for the community. Thanks, Tan and Carol, for sharing the information about the casino." You're welcome, queen.
And again, we're not saying that, we're just saying for us that is not something we want to put out there like that, again, because you have to do some, and some of them, I'm not saying all of them, some of them you have to do some sort of gambling, and we're not trying to be responsible for if y'all gamble and get hooked, or if you were a previous gambler and you trying to, we not on that.
Yeah.
So not for us.
Ursula says, "I never did a background check for Ellis. I'm not sure if it is new." Yes, in Maryland we have. Teresa says, "Be
I
safe." All right, Camiria. Fourth on says, "Congrats, Celia. We're excited to hear the wins." Shalada C says, "Be safe, Reba." Celia says, "Fourth Thorns." Thank you, girl. Leah Loveland says, "Praying for you, Reba." And Fourth Thorn says, "Be safe." Ursula says, "Three states closed for shops. I am always getting emails requesting for the DC shops, but not always willing to do them. Sometimes they will pay you more to travel to DC. DC is 35 minutes away from me." Okay, Ursula, I know you
okay.
lived up that
All
way, Queen.
right.
Miss Stacy, she says, "Hi, Queens. Any remote jobs for nurses?" I have seen some
Yes,
the
Queen.
other
Give me
day.
about five. Yeah, give me about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna put you a list together. Give me about 5 minutes, and I think I seen like 3 or 4 of them the other day. So I'll get you a list together. Give me 1 minute, Carol. Okay.
Cam says, "I downloaded the app to record because their audio lives on the cloud and not in your phone storage. I transferred the files to my computer and then I uploaded to Ellis's server." Thank you, Cam, for all
Okay.
of the tips, Queen.
Mm,
Thank you so much. SP, I did a video, but it's been a while ago about the medical courier. Let me see. You got music playing.
Girl, that's Larry watching TV. He probably asleep. Hold on, let me cut it. Uh, hold on. Hold on, Carol. Let me. He watching TV. Hold on.
Don't get started, Alex. Alex said, "Don't get him started." Alex, what happened? Did somebody try to scam you or something, or did you try to do the casinos and they wanted money? Because most of the videos I've seen, they want money for the information. Yeah, they want money. So, and like I said, the money that they're asking for is like $200 to $300. So, if you willing to pay for the info, but again, the info is absolutely free. So here is a list. I think all of these are medical carrier companies, SP. I'm gonna drop it here in the chat. Sheila says, "You two have been a blessing. Still trying to get these eggs, but I wouldn't have any of them without y'all." Oh, thank God, Queen. Thank you so much. Timmy says, "Prayers for you and your family, Reba." Lady Empress says, "Be safe, Reba." Unexpectedly Delightful said, "That's why I love you, lady. Straight and trustworthy." Thank you so much, Unexpectedly Delightful. Appreciate that. You hooked, Cameria. I mean, you back. Tammy said, "Don't get hooked on them slots." Cam says, "Also it takes seconds to transfer." Yep, that's what Cam said. My Wilkerson. She said it takes 3 hours because she has to listen to those recordings. So she says it takes her 3 hours. Love Life says, "I signed up for Ellis. Never had to do a background check, just a valid ID for the apartment shops." Thank you, Queen. Miss Stacy says, "Thank you so much." Cameria, I gotta find it, Queen. I still ain't found it. Queen T says, "My grandma used to love the casino." Girl, it can be addictive now, especially you winning some money. Show Lady C says, "Hey, Queen T." Lucy, "Hey, Queen." She said, "My name is Lucy. I'm 74 years old and I need to get a remote job. My husband is a disabled veteran and I can't leave him alone. I've been trying to find a work from home job." So, Queen, I do, if you are a beginner, I do have a list of beginner friendly companies. So I will put it right here. If you want to take a look at these, a lot of them on here, Queen, are flexible. So if you need that flexibility, take a look. I would say maybe the first 10 on here are very flexible. The majority of them on here are flexible, but I would say like the first 10 to 15 companies. Now they are state specific, Queen. I'm not sure what state you are in, but check to see if they hire in your state before you apply, because I would hate for you to apply and then you find out they don't hire in your state. Queen T says, "Hello, short lady." See, Alex says, "Oh, nah, I thought we was talking about those people that charge for resume." He said, "Nah, they crap for a monthly fee of $297. Now we were talking about the letter, right?" Yeah, we did, King. Short lady says, "Hey, Lucy." She says, "Welcome." She says, "Let them know what you are looking for." Hey, Maddie. Maddie says, "Happy Sunday evening to you both and everyone. I'm a beginner. I liked and shared." Thank you, Queen. And Maddie, if you are looking for beginner friendly companies, I did just drop a link in the chat. So I did find Spout, everybody. I do have the link for Spout. Well, I need to go on Spout since I got the little email make me $15 an hour. I'm finna put so right up here. Don't y'all fall out y'all seat. I'm about to fall out of mine. Okay, so Spout, everybody that was interested in Spout, this one is paying $15 an hour just to read scripts. You're reading scripts. You are not talking to anybody for the 15 an hour. And I don't think they're not doing like resumes or anything like that. Where they were not doing that when we signed up. I don't think there's, I still think it's the same. So just sign up. The link is in the chat. This is a non-phone side hustle. Good egg to get in the basket. Several queens here have already been paid out from Spout. So are y'all ready for the lovely queen? So right, I'm about to put her up here so she can tell y'all her testimony on these mystery shops and how much she got. And it's already just the 15th of the month now. And this is what the queen has so far. Y'all ready? Here we go. Boom. Mystery shops, $1,900. For the people in the back. Tan ain't at the bookcase today. So for the people back here behind my wall, if you still think that these side gigs and side hustles, that our queens and kings don't make money, you better think again. Time to stop thinking that you have to have that hourly paid. It's time to fill up the baskets and get you some of these side hustle eggs. These people on here, they not playing. They gonna get this side hustle money one way or another. So Queen So Right, she says mystery shops 1,900, gaming 45, plus she has 22,000 points and cashed out a $10 gift card on Fetch. Congratulations, So Right. Now, So Right, in the month of February, she made over $3,000 off of mystery shops, over 3K. And again, with the mystery shop sites, no resume. Nobody's gonna reach out and say, hey, need you to come on do these mystery shops. They'll reach out if they have shops available and want you to complete them, but you don't have to do them if you don't want to. You don't have to do an interview. A recruiter is not looking for you. All you got to do is go and get a separate email and start signing up to the companies. They will start emailing you with shops in your area. Hey, Patty T, she says, hey, Two Chicks fam, I ran across a CEO who charges to train people how to become a mystery shopper. I joined that person's webinar just to see what they had to say. I wanted so badly to post. Girl, what did they have to say? What was they charging, Queen? Like how much? Diana said, do you know if Aspen Dental is still hiring? I think so, Queen. Let me see. The last time I looked, they were when we were here last week, and somebody was asking about Aspen. I want to say yes, ma'am, they are. But let's see. We've had several people recently to be hired with Aspen Dental. Yep, I still see Queen posted on the website. So if anybody here is interested in Aspen Dental, the link is in the chat. So with this company, you are scheduling dental appointments. And they do provide equipment, and they also add bonuses to your paycheck. Love Live says, congrats, So Right. Lucy says, I need something that I can just work on, but I need to be able to leave in case I have to go to take care of my husband. So take a look at the beginner friendly queen. They are flexible. Kamira says, okay, thanks, Carol. You're welcome, Queen. Money Making Media says, spouse sounds good. Yeah, that's a good one. I need to look at it. I don't think so. No, I don't remember an assessment. So right says, love lies. Thank you. Shola C says, congrats, so right. Money Making Media says, ready. Kamira says, congrats. Patty says, continue. Do not pay that person to train you to mystery shop. I do that work, and it's very easy. And even if you make an error, the coordinators will provide you feedback. Shaking my head. Yeah. Diana says, congrats. And So Right says, sure, lady C, thanks. Be a better queen. For Thornton says, congrats, so right. Earl says, I'm back, was doing prolific tasks that required me to talk to an AI bot. Okay, Earl, welcome back. Hey, finally free. Unexpected Delightful says, congratulations. Patty says, continue, are always charging for stuff that can be done for free. Yep. Yep, you're right, Patty. If people would just do some research, that's all it takes. But they know that some people have short attention span, and it's like, you got time to be researching nothing. Let me just go on and pay this $20, $1,500, and get the information. So you know how they go, and that's what they feed off of. Sense and Cash says you do need multiple side hustles. Yep. Um, Queen So Right made $1,900 off of mystery shops, and today's just the
Oh
15th.
wow. Yes. And I
uh,
just put those
Quantum,
nursing remote jobs for the person who
okay.
was looking for the nursing. I did do that.
Quantum says SPOUT didn't have an assessment, but it had you read a quick script for them to review. Thank you, Quantum. Finally, Free says, congratulations. Short Lady C says, welcome back, Earl. And Earl said, he got your play ready, Short Lady C. DMB sister says, congrats. Short Lady C says, okay, thanks, Earl. We says, congrats, Quantum. Leonica says, hey, sis, Patty T. And Patty, she said that she went to somebody's training. Somebody was trying to train people on mystery shop, girl. But of course, they were
Yeah.
charging.
Of course, because they will monetize everything in their big toe.
Oh, you funny. You welcome, Queen Diana. Patty T
I'm gonna
says,
say
hey,
this.
sis Leonica. So right says, thank you, sis Leonica. Leonica says, congrats, sis. So right. Not the
I
big
feel
toe.
like I feel like oh my computer about that. I feel like that if they will give you I don't even think some things is just not monetizable. In mystery shopping, how can you monetize it? How can you show people how to do it and you're not there with them? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How can you charge money and you not there with them to show them how to, complete the shops and everything?
Right. Money Make Me says bonuses for Aspen. Oh yeah, yep. They pay bonuses, Queen, based on the amount of appointments that you set. So the base pay for them is like 15, but we got a queen here. She says she can like set 5 appointments within that hour, so it can go from 15 all the way to like 20.
Okay, hold on. Let me get find my computer charger.
Okay. Leonica says, you welcome, sis. So right. Lorraine says, congrats, so right. Camiria says, looking at these, laugh out loud. Never know what God is going to bless me with. Amen. Money Making Meter said, Miss Carr, you said Aspen supplies the equipment. Yes, they do. And they also, Queen, have part-time hours. Knit and Crochet says, congrats, so right. And Money Making Me says, amen. Exactly. Shola C says, hey, Knit and Crochet. Patty C says, hey, Shola C, I hope you feel better soon. She says, thanks, Patty. And Patty says, Leonica, how are the boys? So Rice says, thank you, Lorraine, Knit and Crochet, and DMV sister. Hattie says, "You welcome, short lady. See, Love Live says, I have my eggs in the list and then the goal I want to make by the end of each month. It works for me. A few minutes a day makes a big difference." Lulu says, "Are the spout scripts on the phone and computer or only the phone?" That's a good question, Queen. I don't know. They used to be on the computer, but since they have this new way, Leonica, if you are still here, Queen, if you can answer Queen Lulu back, are the spout scripts on the phone and the computer or just the phone? So Rice says there are so many different mystery shops and the guidelines can change frequently. How can they train for all of those different scenarios? There is no way. You right, so right. They're just doing something trying to make money because, again, they know that people do not want to go and search for information. So people come up with all these different ebooks and, these courses, and they're these gurus, and they've been doing it for 25 years. How? How, if some of this stuff just came out, how you been doing it for that long? Love Live said, I know, right? It's stupid. It don't make sense at all. But what's so baffling to me is the ones now that I'm seeing selling remote jobs. They're selling ebooks on remote jobs. I also have seen someone selling keywords. And I'm like, how you going to sell keywords when every job description will not be the same? There is no way in the world that you could sell somebody an ebook and say, put these keywords in your resume when every single job description, I read job descriptions all day, every day. Every single one of them, they different. Cam says the shops around my area, 5 miles to 17 miles, is how far I'm willing to travel. It's $40 base, and the bonus is 100 to 110 for the audio. All right now. Lady Empress says selling keywords is crazy. Girl, that's what I thought, Lady Empress, but she sure had an ebook, and I think it was like $20, and she was selling like 20 keywords. And I'm like, ma'am, there is no way in the world that this ebook and these keywords is going to be in every single job description. It's too many companies. There's no way you can sell this. But again, we got all these gurus out here. So Nina Crochet said there was a lady doing that on TT, and she will personally talk to you if you need help, and she charges monthly to help people do mystery shop. Miss. They all on
What is
TT.
she gonna, but what is she gonna talk to you about? She cannot give you. There's so many different mystery shop scenarios, so many different mystery shop companies. There is no way in the God's green earth that they can walk you through every mystery shopping scenario. I don't care if you pay her a monthly fee and she talk to you 24/7. There is no way. And the
Yeah.
people who mystery shop know this because there are
Mm-hmm.
some things you just not going to be able to talk through. You're just going to have to run through it.
Right. Queen T said, "Oh, miss, I was talking about the lady selling the keywords. Remember her? Had the keyword ebook." And I'm like, there's
I'm
no
not,
way in the world you could sell keywords with all these
again.
different jobs out here and all these different job descriptions. Impossible.
And each company comes up with their own list of keywords. So what is she going out to every company and say, "Hey, what's
No,
your keywords for this job? Hey,
no,
what's your keywords for this
no,
job?" Because a company has multiple openings,
no.
right?
It was
So you
like
gonna
the
get me the
top 20 keywords that most companies use. And I'm like, it still ain't no way. It still
but
ain't no
how
way, man.
and define most. Define most. What's most companies? What about the companies that are outliers that don't use them? Are you gonna find those for me? And then, can you get a job? See, this is my problem with these type of things. Can you do it? And if that's just like the people, oh, I'm retired at 23, and
Oh
you
yeah.
can retire to just buy this ebook. Well, you retired and you selling stuff? I thought you was retired, ma'am. I mean, I'm just not figuring this out. This is not making
Hmm.
any sense to me, because if you're retired, you will be on the beach laying somewhere or doing something, volunteering, but you're trying to make money, which let me know that you are not retired. A little oxymoronish for me. That's just me.
I mean, no, she's retired, but she's gonna retire with the money that she's selling from the ebook to people that's on her live streams watching and they're so eager and ain't finna go do no research. Them the ones they gonna hook in. Those are the people that they're going to hook, line, and sinker. Because I'm flashing this money up here and I'm telling you, this is what I make a month. I make $10,000 a month. Just buy this little ebook though. I need you to buy this ebook because you're gonna help me make this 10K a month. But some
Right.
people ain't gonna look at it like that. Some people are not going to look at it like that. They're gonna say, okay, so the ebook is how much? $100. Oh, I go on and buy it. I'm trying to make $10,000 a month as well.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Miss
Well, you let
B.
me see you. Let me see you make 10,000. Before you can sell anything to me, let me see you make 10,000. Then we can go from there. But if
They
you
gonna make
can't
the
show me,
10,000. That's what they showing you. They gonna make the 10,000 by doing these live streams and telling people that they're retired at 23 and they're selling this ebook. They need you to buy the ebook so they can make the 10,000 a month.
that's the same thing about the little resume writing that gets me, because it's like, let me see you get a job. Let me see you qualify, and then I will see your writings. Because if you can't help me get to where I need to be based on the things that you have done, then you can't help me.
No, that's not how this works. No, ma'am.
Right.
Mm-mm. I'm gonna show
And that
you I'm gonna show
and
you
that's
some
why.
people that say they utilize my service. We don't know if these people exist or not. How we know you didn't go to Chat GPT and tell them write me some blurbs to say that my services was utilized on this lady's resume? We don't know that. We ain't seen nobody.
And, and then, if you are that much of a resume writer, why are you not working? Why are you selling resumes? Well, I mean, why you can't use your own resume to go get you a job? That would be the likelihood of what you're trying to do. Just like
Mm-mm.
those people that like, oh, I can coach you to get a job. Can you coach yourself to get a job? Let me see what you've done to make yourself get a job.
No.
Because I can't pay you my money just because you have something on YouTube that says you are a quote unquote coach, and you have never shaken a basket of fries at McDonald's. That's all I
That's
got.
all they shaking is them fries. Oh, you funny. Hey, Miss B, she says, hello, Carol, kings and queens. Quantum says, I know Spout allows you to use your phone or a computer, but you will want to read the script from your computer or tablet while you're recorded during the Spout call. Well, thank you, Quantum. Patty T says, yep, so right. Blessings come from giving to people, not just always receiving from people.
Right.
Lady Empress says, I see some of them posting nonsense on IG like that. Yep. Hey, Queen Briella. She says, hi, ladies.
Yeah. Hey, hey.
And Lady Empress says, a hot mess. Answer says, so right. Which site do you use for the gas stations? They're no longer on my gig spot profile. She says, thank you. Queen T says, a whole mess. Miss B says, hello, Carl Tan, kings and
Hey, hey.
queens. Um, Short Lady C says, hey, Miss B Wellness. Hey, Shira. She says, hello, ladies and everyone. Tan, your hair looks nice.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, Lula. She says, hey, Tan, Carl, and Chad. Hey,
Yeah.
Queen.
Yeah.
Elias says, but the mystery shops, they literally give you all the instructions that you need. You just need to know how to comprehend the instructions. That's literally it. That's it.
Amen.
That is
That's it.
it.
But
Shola sis says, hey, Shira. Lula says, let them have it, Tan. Laugh out loud. um, Queen Helen says, is that's the case, you can ask AI the top keyword jobs to use. I would trust their analytical data more. Amen. She says, and that's probably
amen.
what they did.
And
Of course, Helen.
and and you need to ask these people before there was Chat GPT, before there was Microsoft Office giving y'all resume templates, were you writing resumes? You need to ask that. If you are going to pay people, you need to know what first of all, what do you do for a living that you can write me a resume? Have you do you have a degree in HR? Are you an HR recruiter? I need to know those things because again, you're not giving me anything if you're giving me a resume off of Chat GPT or Microsoft Office or Google Docs or something you didn't Google. You're giving me something that you're not giving me your work. You can give me some things that I can do myself.
Yeah.
It's crazy, crazy. And
Sure Lady
you
Six
know,
says, hey,
for
Lula.
for me, and as far me and my resume advice, I've been giving resume advice long before Chat GPT, long before Microsoft Office, long before, because somebody gave me the information long before that. So, can I write
Right.
a resume? Yes. Do I do it? No. But can I do it? Yes. Was I doing it before Chat GPT? Yes. Was I doing it before? Yes. So I have some working knowledge of it. But some
Mm,
people, they can't tell you, how to put a resume together. They can't even put their own resume together. They
right.
couldn't tell you how to define what a keyword is. How do they come up with the keywords? They can't tell you anything about an application tracking system other than what they have gotten from over here. So,
Patty said, laugh out loud at two chicks. Y'all are telling facts, like y'all also said. I'm sure many of them didn't even know how to write resumes before ChatGPT and those other AI tools existed. Megan said,
mhm.
love lies. She laughed, and Megan said, that's what I didn't like about people who sell products. They don't actually know anything about what they are selling. It's so annoying, just reselling, no true knowledge. And
Right.
Money Making Media
That's what
says
they do.
facts. It's so many get rich quick scams. She says, buy my ebook, buy my course, be straight trash. Yep.
Mhm.
Love Live says, Tan, you going in, laugh out loud. She said, but I agree. Miss B says, shake them fries. Shake them fries. Money make me say, I'm glad you both keep it real with us. Thank you, Miss Tan and Miss Curl. A lot of young people my age fall for those things. I myself have to think it was real, but I found out it's just scams. Yeah.
Mhm.
Lulu says,
Yeah.
thank you for the spout info. No problem, Queen. Hey, Kizzy. She says, hey, two chicks. I'm super late. That's
Hey,
okay.
no problem.
So right, she answered you back, Queen Angela. She says most of my gas stations are on iShop on their Sassy and Shop metric platform. Knit and Crochet
Okay.
says exactly. Queen Briella, she says that's crazy. These people scamming like that. She says great tips, ladies. Yep, they are, Queen. Patty says, oh, and that person charging for the mystery shop training claims they provide live training, but many reviews, the training is recorded and they can't even ask questions. Wow.
Yeah.
DMV
And
sister
y'all
said
have,
exactly. She said
mm-hmm.
she said continue someone 147 and the training was so they was charging 147 for a recorded training. Wow.
Yeah. And y'all have to be. I listened to this scam show. This anyway. So the new scam is that people say they're on live recordings, but it's actually like she just said, it's recorded. And they'll do is they'll get on live before the recording is supposed to start and start saying, hey, we're going to be in class, make sure you join us, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. But then the class is recorded, so they'll initially be on live and then they'll play the recorded class on the live. They won't be on the live,
They want to
but they
be
will
on the
play.
live.
They'll play the recorded class on the live. So it's like they're there, and somebody actually got caught, but it was a whole thing. But anyway,
Oh, so right here, I saw some tags before on Upwork to purchase an item and write a review. For real? So they done jumped over to Upwork with that? Oh. Show Lady C says, hey Kizzy. Kizzy says hi. She says, so right, are you at that 3K yet? Laugh out loud. She at 1900, Queen. So
yeah,
she might make it. She already at 19 and it's just the
15 more days.
15th.
Hmm.
Unexpectedly delightful says some of these sites and channels they sell resume writing templates and packages for whatever job. You can select the resume for their job and just change your personal info. No ATS or keywords for that job. Oh wow.
Okay, and see, this is the problem I have with that. If you're just supposed to change your name and your info, then what part of that resume is going to be yours actually? Are they actually writing it for you? Can you explain if you do get called for an interview, what is going on in that resume? See, that's my problem with it. You're not, if you're going to let people use this resume, at least coach them on what to say. Because if they get an interview and they start looking at their resume, they ain't gonna know what to say. They're not.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
don't, don't do that to people. But they don't care. They want your $12, 15, 39, 69, whatever it is, they want it. And they're gonna do whatever they get. And I'm talking about they coach you and they can't even get hired at Baskin Robbins.
All right. It don't make no
Nothing wrong
sense,
with
but
Baskin
it's,
Robbins. I just
you want some ice cream. Love Live says, that's crazy. Jay says, hey, she says, I had to say this. I started on cleanup like you guys, now I'm washing lettuce. Soon I'll be on the fries, then the grill. A year or two, I make assistant manager, and that's where the big bucks
well,
start rolling in.
yes, ma'am. Coming to
Yes, sir.
America. Hmm.
Yeah, right. Love Live says, there is no need to scam people. There are so many ways to make money now without a 9 to 5. Amen.
But people don't see that. And this is my thing. How can you charge people who are looking for employment? What is
On their
the
last
need?
leg.
Yeah. And it's
Hmm.
like, why would I charge you for a resume if I know you not at the best place you can be in your life? And why wouldn't I just try to help you with a leg up just to tell you the little information that I do know? I think people are so greedy and you miss out on your blessings always trying to be greedy. You miss out on so many things about life trying to be greedy. You miss out on so many life lessons trying to be greedy. Quit making your hands like cups and open them so you can receive the blessings that you are due. You are never going to receive the blessings that you are due if your hands are like cups. And that's
Yep.
so true.
Amen, sister. You preaching tonight, huh?
Yeah, that is true.
But yeah, you're right about that. You are so right. But I never understood that
Mhm.
either. If you given the jobs, ma'am, you can't just help a few people out, maybe like the first five
Mhm.
people that like your video, maybe give them a free template or a free resume
It's
write review or something.
especially if these people are coming on supporting you
Dedicated,
every
right.
watch your videos, if they are
Watching your
coming on
regular
here
videos.
leaving you comments, if they're coming on truly supporting you, if you're
Hmm.
getting paid from your channel or whatever you're doing, then what is the need of trying to collect money from people?
From
What's
people.
the need? what what is the need? What is the
You're
need?
right.
Because again, It's no secret that YouTube pays. It's no secret that a lot of these social media platforms pay. So why are you trying to get people to pay you when you're already getting paid?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
people don't understand
thank
that.
you. Angela says, thank you so right. You right, Tan. Hey, Geraldine. She says, hey, Tan and Carl. Tan, talking it up. And those are facts. I use no one but two chicks when I'm job hunting. Hello to all in the chat. And Tan, I'm happy I tuned in tonight. I'm not trying to miss the
Oh,
lives. Okay, Queen. Well, welcome back.
my queen.
She says, oh, yeah, I liked and shared. Thank you, Queen Geraldine. We appreciate it. Money
Thank
Making Media
you.
said, that's the truth. Shola said, everyone have a good night and week. I am going,
Mhm.
because it jumped. Hang on, short lady. See, I gotta scroll back up. She says, I'm going to lay it down. Hopefully this headache will go away. Much love to you all. Okay, short lady. See, I hope you feel better,
Feel
Queen.
better.
Patty T says, good night. Feel better, short lady. See. Queen Helen says, good night and feel better, short lady. See. Queen Briella, she says, I saw a lady on here selling templates, telling people just to place your info on there. Oh, no, ma'am.
And that sounds stupid. I'm just sorry. That just sounds stupid. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna quit saying people.
Fort Thorne says, good night, show lady. See you feel better soon. And Unexpectedly Delightful says, preach. Love Live says, amen. Lula says, I came across this lady selling ebooks and other packages. So when I wouldn't buy any, she got mad and deleted me. Oh, wow. Yeah, I be hearing that, Lula, on some of those live streams. People will say, if you ain't supporting or something like that, or buying or purchasing, I'm finna block you. And I'm like, y'all weird. That's just so weird to me because what if the person don't have money to purchase your package, ma'am, sir? I mean, that's just stupid to me. I'm gonna block you if you ain't supporting me, if you ain't giving me this, if you bye, block. Who cares?
Britt, we won't miss you. Block me. Block me.
Right. I ain't gonna miss you. Miss
Block
B said, good
me.
night, short lady. See, feel better. Amza said, you better preach, Tan. Patty T says, amen, Tan. To be blessed, you have to give, not just receive. Amen. Queen Briella says, y'all make me feel so good. I didn't buy that resume template just to change your contact info. Yeah, you don't have to buy it, Queen. It's a lot of people selling it now. They selling templates,
Mhm.
they selling jobs. Like I said, I saw some people selling non-phone jobs, and they also are selling keywords. And don't leave out the good one, the assessments. Angela said, the more you take from one will be double taken from you. Amen.
Mhm.
Queen
Amen.
Bria
I
says, I'm
believe it.
loving this live. Thank you, Queen. DMV sister
Thank
said,
you.
that's right. Speak, Queen, speak. Angela says, feel better, short lady. C. Shower says, good night, short lady. C. Feel better. Fallon has the praying hands. Queen Briella, she says, I hope you feel better. And Money Making Media said, yep, don't buy it. Yeah.
Nope.
I've seen several
Like,
people purchase assessments from people on Facebook and got scammed. They said
mhm.
it. They said they purchased the assessment, and whatever assessment they purchased, the assessment did not match the particular job that they were applying for. So basically, they got scammed. $20
And
gone.
this is the thing. You never know if they're going to change those assessments. You never know what's going to be on those assessments. So you giving a person money to do something for you and they probably can't come through, and then they be like, "Oh, we can't give the money back." No, we don't want to give the money back. No.
Right. You're right. I don't even think they
Hmm.
could find this person. I think the person took the money, gave them whatever assessment, and they blocked them. So I don't even think they could find the person anymore. So just be mindful, kings and queens,
Hmm.
when it comes to templates, assessments, even the ones that say they will give you I've seen the somebody selling a ebook about the interview process. And I'm like, ma'am, the interviews would be totally different for every single company. So how you selling that? But yeah, I had an ebook about the interview process. I'm just like, y'all, like Tan say they'll sell anything.
Big toe, run it to mo. They don't care. And I
Mm-mm.
mean, I'm not knocking nobody hustle. Don't get me wrong. But what I am knocking is the way people take advantage of people who are down on their luck or maybe looking for something better. That's what I'm upset at. Not upset. It's just I don't like the way society is just trying to encroach on people's money with things that are not valid. I guess that's what I'm
Right.
trying to say. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and how people are so selfish that they have to just monetize everything, that
Yeah.
they can give somebody a leg up to say, hey, look, I know, you looking for a job, here you go, this is what we can provide for you, or to help
Right.
people and give them information, because we all have been in a place in life where we're looking for something, or we need something extra and we need extra money, and you know who, the jobs are in the newspaper. Before, was people selling the jobs out the newspaper? Come on, people, come on.
No,
It's ridiculous. It's
it's very
ridiculous.
ridiculous. It's
And
very ridiculous.
and
Especially when
you
people on
know
their last leg. You know what I'm saying? Like this my last $20.
and
But you gonna take my money?
why we as people can't take care of each other, that's like, with Carol, when we first started the work from home thing, I'm not coming up. I was telling everybody at the job about work from home. It wasn't anything I was trying to keep secret because we were all in the same space at that time. It was a lot of us, and we were all in the same space. Some of us, we had a job, but we were looking for something more. So,
Right.
why not spread the wealth? Why not? It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't hurting me. It's not going to hurt me to tell anybody about anything. It's not going to stop me from working. It's going to add to somebody's life. And that's what
Right.
I have always trying to do. And when me and Carol started this whole thing, um, we she told people that she knew, I told people that I knew, and then we just started coming together, finding more and more things that both of us could do. And it
Right.
wasn't like, hey, Carol, I'm gonna charge you to tell you about what I found out. Hey, I'm gonna charge you for that. No, it
Mm-hmm.
was like, hey, girl, look, this is what I found, and she'll call me and be like, hey, Tanya, this is what I found. And it was just the passing of information, and then other people got involved, Teresa, and some more people. So it was like we were a culmination of people who were just trying to research and find out all we could. And it never crossed my mind at any time, and I think I can speak for Kira, to charge people for any of this, because we were just truly trying to help people and say, hey, look, we found out about work from home. This is what we found out. Hey, you can do
Right.
it too.
Right.
So,
Sense and Cash says, I wonder if the recruiters are familiar. I'm thinking Sense and
oh,
Cash
yeah.
that they are slowly but surely finding out. Yes, because a lot of them are on Facebook, what some of these groups don't
Mm-hmm.
know. What some of them don't know. They sitting right there in their group looking at them sell assessments, sell the assessments. So some of them have gone to the camera where now you have to be on camera to do the assessment. So they've made it difficult for people, you
Yeah.
know,
And,
now.
mm-hmm. Yeah. And this is the thing. And this is what I tell, and this is what I'm going to stand by. I'm not looking to make money off people. 10, $15, that's, and I'm not trying to, say anything, $10, $15, but that's not going to help me, because me and Carol got to split $10, $15, so that's not going to help us. That's,
Right.
that's not going to help me in any kind of way. So me getting 10, 15, 30, 40, 50, that's not going to help Carol nor I, you know So again, when we started this, I said we can't charge people for anything. We would get our money from YouTube. We'll get our money from people that promote with us. We'll get our money from anything else besides people who are looking for jobs. And that's the way
Right.
we've been doing this since 2019, and we are going to keep. We may sell little ebooks or something every now and then, but we are not ever going to charge for the information we provide because it is just we're trying to help people who sometimes don't have help or don't know where to find help. So that's our main objective, and we will never ever charge because this information is free.
Mm-hmm. Lady Empress says tan a word. Some people are so greedy. I unsubscribe from someone charging people $30 monthly or 65 every 3 months for a template portal. There is no website for job leads, only on YouTube. Oh wow, that's a
Hmm.
lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot when you ain't got it. Queen Helen says,
And
and you know
especially,
these companies know that people sell these things, so they probably do switch things up. Yeah.
mhm. And it's a lot for people who don't have jobs, who looking for jobs or looking for ways to make money. Y'all don't have anything to give us, and neither will we want it. You know, we trying to
Mm,
make it just like the regular person. So, you know, I think people just, you know, have found a way to monetize and thinking that this is going to get them so far ahead. But when reality, it's going to knock you 15 steps back because you being greedy.
yeah. Queen Sherry says lavender and peppermint oil is good for headaches. Oh, thank you, Sherry.
Yeah.
Tamara says,
Thank you.
Amen. Lady Empress says, exactly, Tana. Some people don't have the resources. How can one charge for everything? Money making media, she says, that's real. Vanessa says, hey, ladies, you mentioned a company that supplies equipment. I'm looking for such companies that's in the medical field, positions similar to scheduling and appointment setting in. I'm thinking you saying in the meantime, Queen. So was it Aspen,
Probably was. That's what I'm thinking.
Aspen Dental, and then on this stream we do have some that do provide equipment also. It may have been Aspen Dental, Queen. Miss B says thank you to Chicks. You welcome, Queen.
No,
DMV sister. She says we thank you, ladies, so much. Ah, thank you,
no,
Queen.
thank you. You ready, Carol?
Yeah, I got the link.
Okay. I got to find it. Hold on. Get on Facebook.
I just dropped it in your box.
Okay. All right, y'all. So we are going to do 25 positions tonight. I'm not going to read all of them, but I will read some of them. Some of them are beginner friendly. Carol said there are start. Carol did this one, so y'all, I really don't know. She couldn't locate
It's a
me at the
mixture. So I
time.
did a mixture. Some of them are beginner, some are not. Some do provide equipment, some are non-phone. Some are part-time, no interview, and some have the April start date.
Okay. So the first one is a patient care coordinator for CareNet. You'll be taking inbound calls from patients, providers, and members, help manage calls and patients that may be sick in emergent situations or more. Support members with their insurance needs, questions, and concerns. Help members understand how to use their health insurance, including changing primary care physicians, locating urgent care, and getting prescription authorizations. Provide 24/7 triage support and assign priority for registered nurse to provide health advice. Answer inquiries on benefit claims and appeals. And the best part, you'll be making a difference in someone's life. You'll need a high school diploma healthcare experience. That could be front office, PBX, medical assistant, nursing assistant, strong computer experience, experience with Microsoft Outlook, or in excellent or in written communication, and able to work midday and nights with alternating off, and able to provide two monitors, 22-inch each with HDMI ports. The pay for this role is $15 an hour. The next one is a customer service role. This is for a beginner. It is VeriFast, and VeriFast has a lot great opportunities. Most of them they do blood donor recruitment. What is that, Carol? Jury
The
recruitment. They
newspaper.
do the newspaper. They do survey questionnaires, like surveys that people call on the phone. They do that, order completion, and customer service. So they do a variety of type of calls, and it depends on what project you get picked for, the type of calls you will have. So check out VeerFast. That is beginner friendly, and that is a lot. That is a good one. And tell them Two Chicks sent you, and you'll probably get hired.
Yep.
Um, Mia Plaza is looking for a content moderator. The pay range for this one is $17.29 to $23.75. As a content moderator, you will champion a safe and positive, engaging community by reviewing student posts, um, uh, like 500 hourly identify nuanced posts by students that may be directly addressed in content guidelines, decode and interpret hidden messages or meanings in a student's communication, empower students with clear age appropriate explanations on moderation decisions, make swift, thoughtful decisions to uphold community standards. Um, you need at least 1 year of work experience in any industry, access to a laptop computer, strong proficiency with technology, and aptitude to learn new technology. Um, Mia Plaza is open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, Candidates from any U.S. time zones are welcome to apply. They are looking for candidates to work who are available to work 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. So if you're looking to work any of those shifts, please apply for this one. And that is a great non-phone. And that is a no experience, hardly non-phone. So they're only looking for 1 year of work experience. So that is a good one. Number four is a remote technical customer service rep, and this is for Conduit. They are looking for a full-time um, tech support operators, and the starting pay is 17.31 an hour. Weekdays 11 to 8. You'll identify customer needs, answering questions, resolving problems related to SSL servers and or relational databases, performing routine call center activities concerning business products, using tools to provided to guide through customer conversations, providing customers with important information while communicating warm, empathetic manner, um, gathering information to keep customer profiles and accounts up to date. You'll need a high school diploma, be able to successfully pass a criminal background check, have legal authorization to work in the U.S., typing speed of 30 words per minute or higher, have wired internet, and knowledge of relational databases, SSLs, or servers. So make sure you check out that one. Hold on. Oh, shoot. Okay.
Thank you, Sheila. She
Uh,
says, thank you, ladies, so much for what y'all do. Thank you, Queen. You're
okay.
welcome.
And I'm going to read one more, and that's number 21. hold on. Found Ever is looking for a customer resolution specialist. Um, it is $16 an hour. What you will be doing, it didn't say. You will be using your people skills and problem solving skills to make a real impact for the team. Um, they provide everything you need. So Found Ever is providing equipment. They're looking for 18 years old or older. Strong communication and active listening skills, problem solving and needs assessment, ability to handle sensitive information and follow policies, accurate documentations, attention to detail, technical and billing troubleshooting, ability to manage multiple tasks and adapt to change. You need a wired internet and a quiet place to work. So make sure you check out those. And it's 20 others to check out. So make sure you check those out. All right.
And the link is in the chat. Lady Empress says, SP, I saw recent videos on YouTube for medical courier positions. When you search, select filter, then check this year or this month. It should come up. She says, hope this helps. Love Live says, she says, thank you both for taking the time to help us and explain the real deal. You're welcome, Queen. Sense and
Okay.
Cash says, most unemployment offices will help with your resume for free. You are absolutely correct.
Yep.
Queen Jarlene says she cashed out 25 on NCP this week, waiting for it to hit her PayPal account. She has 20 on Mobile Expressions and 27 on Prolific.
All right.
Congrats.
Good.
Queen Patricia says, hey everyone, I did get paid
Good.
for the mystery shop on it $20. So I'm so proud of myself. All right,
All
Queen
right,
Patricia.
Queen. All right.
Congratulations. King Earl says you need at least 12 eggs in the basket,
Yeah.
everybody. I think Earl has 19. Earl, did you get
Mhm.
Stout? That could be number 20, King, for you.
Yeah.
Stout is a good one. They paying 15 an hour just to read a script, and you are not, or you don't have to send a resume.
Mm-hmm.
So Earl, I don't know if you saw this one, King, but I'm gonna drop the link here in the chat. You might want to get it in the basket, non-phone, so you're not talking to anybody. Non-phone side hustle egg, everybody. Diana says, "Congrats." Money Making Media says, "Thank you all. You're welcome." Queen Jolene says, "I didn't know there was real money to make online until I was introduced to two chicks. This is real." She says, thank you, Tan and Carl. You welcome,
You're
Queen.
welcome.
Thank you, Jerlene, for being a part of the family. Fallon says, I have to apply to Found Ever. Okay, Queen. Queen Briella says, thank you. What was the Vera Fast job title? They didn't really have a job title, Queen, so I just put on here, I think I put customer service. Let me see. They don't really give a job title on their site. What did I put Tanya for that one?
What?
That, for
Uh,
Vera Fast.
customer
That,
service, customer service, beginner friendly.
I
Hold on,
put
let me find.
customer service beginner friendly Queen. They don't really have a job title, and it's only just one um project on their site. So you just have to sign up, and then they'll show you what they get. Fallon says, "Thank you, ladies. You guys are a blessing. Thank you, Fallon." Tammy says, "Thanks, ladies in chat." Queen Briella says, "Congrats, Patricia." Fallon says, "Congrats." Earl says, "Sure, lady, see, night, night." Diana says, "I also just applied to Aspen Dental." All right, girl. Well, keep us posted, Queen. Hopefully, you hear back from them. We had like, what, 3 people last week, Tan, to get hired with Aspen. Aspen is a good one. They do offer part time hours as well. Somebody got hired last week for part time. I think the other two queens got hired full time. So again, everybody, don't forget to sign up for Spout. I'm looking at my dashboard right now. And I do see that they do have the $15 an hour project on here. I'm gonna try to do one when we get off the live and just see. It seems like it's similar to Pillar 8, but of course theirs is just a little different because Pillar 8 doesn't pay hourly, and Spout says that they pay hourly 15. So we are going to see.
Yeah.
T says, good luck to Chicks family. Vanessa says, what is it that can be done on Prolific? I'm hearing a lot about the survey site, Queen.
It's the survey site, Queen.
Yes, a survey site. Now, when you first sign up, there is a wait list. Now, some of the queens have gotten on and got right off. But we can't say if you're going to get on and right off tonight. You could, because we've had people to get on and get off while we were live streaming. So anything is possible. But if you are interested in Prolific, they are on this link here, number 15. Number 15, Prolific. Dallas says, I got to apply to that one. Okay. Queen Angela says, I'm on the spout. She says, thank you. Leah Love and Last says she added spout. Okay, Queen. Queen Briella says, thanks. You welcome, Queen. Lula says, thank you, Carol and Tam, for your knowledge and dedication to help us all. God bless you. Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, we
Patty T says,
appreciate
yes, two
that.
chicks are the real deal. Thank you, Patty T. We appreciate
Oh,
that,
thank
Queen.
you.
Live,
Try to
love, and
be.
laugh. And remember to check your spam folder. Fallon says, I'm going to sign up to that one tonight. All right,
All
Fallon,
right,
keep
y'all.
us posted. And we're going to go
And
on
we
and get on
appreciate.
off of here, y'all. We've been on here for 2 hours and 30 minutes.
And we appreciate each and every one of you. We just want y'all to be aware of everything that's out there, not trying to shade or nothing, nobody. But again, that's just the way we operate. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right. Ready, Kim?
Money making media. I don't think so, Queen. I don't have a microphone, so I don't think so. I'm gonna test it out tonight. I don't think you do. I didn't hear nobody say you needed a microphone. You might need a headset if you have a headset with a microphone, but just an actual microphone, I don't think so. Good night, hustling Helen. Money making
All
media
right.
says good night, everyone. Shower says good night, ladies. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Yeah, that time did go by fast. Live, love, and laugh. And we will catch you, young ladies and young men, on the next live
All
stream.
right.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night, everyone. Be safe.
Bye bye.